Welcome researchers and SLA 2009 attendees. This is August Jackson, and I'm preparing a series of screencasts to teach you how you can use RSS to cast a wide research net and save time. In this screencast, I want to talk to you about a couple of the different ways RSS can be used to help facilitate teamwork, information sharing, and easy publishing of information to multiple platforms. RSS really has a tremendous amount to offer here, and I'm just really quite honestly, going to just touch the surface a little bit to try to give you an idea of some of the things that you can do here. You can see on the screencast that I have Mozilla Firefox up and running. This is on a Macintosh, but of course Mozilla Firefox is available for the Windows platform as well as Linux. And we're going to look at one of the features of Google Reader, which I have up and running as well, and that's the shared items. I have to admit, I'm a big fan of Google Reader, and particularly because it has the ability to do this. As I'm going about my daily, news tracking, if I see an item that interests me in my news feed, I can always just share it, and I have the opportunity to add comments. I can add tags to describe the content of that particular article. I can share with notes, and a lot of different options I have here to designate this as something that I want either to remember myself later on, or I want some specific other person or other people to know about, and to put some context around it and some of my thoughts around it. There's a lot that can be done here, and other users, and I'll show you that in a moment, other users are able to comment on, add comments to this here. So there's a lot of room for collaboration in Google Reader if multiple team members are using it. But I really am not interested in that article, so I'm not going to share it. But you can see here, I am a relatively promiscuous sharer of information on Google Reader, and I have a lot of items that I've posted, thousands and thousands of articles that I've found of interest, that I've posted and that I've chosen to share off of what I found on Google Reader. And I do track some friends and colleagues that also use Google Reader, and from time to time share items as well. So this is a way I don't have anything unread from my colleague Suki Fuller, who is another CI professional, but I can view stuff that she's posted in the past, and these are items that, as she's been going through her Google Reader experience, she's found of interest, and she thought, friends of mine, colleagues of mine might find these of interest as well. So that's, one of the first steps to collaborating with RSS. And this is something specific to Google Reader that I think is a really fantastic piece of functionality there. But even for people who aren't, if you're working with people who aren't users of Google Reader, you actually can create a public page for your shared items. And you can see that this is mine here. So if I give you this URL, and it's not a beautiful URL, but if you have it, and you bookmark it or what have you, you can always come back to this page and you can take a look at it. Even better, because again, we're talking about RSS here, so it's always we're always trying to save time. I can provide you an atom feed of this particular page. You can subscribe to it here, in the location bar here, or you can subscribe to it here. Click on that, and you can see this is the actual ugly XML that describes the feed from my Google Reader shared items. I copy and paste this URL that's in the location bar, and if I were so inclined, I could always subscribe to it. So if I wasn't talking about my own shared items, if I just come across somebody else's shared items from Google Reader, that I could subscribe to their feed. Now, you probably asking yourselves, well, who are these people here on this list, and why would you need to subscribe to somebody else's RSS feed? The fact of the matter is people who you email with and you interact with in your Gmail account or your other Google accounts will show up here, but they won't necessarily, other people that you might find out online or have access to their shared items page won't necessarily be in your social network with whom you've interacted. So you might want to subscribe to their RSS, their Google Reader shared items in a more traditional manner. I don't think I'm describing that very well. And really, from a functional perspective, it doesn't make a lot of difference. So maybe I'm not describing it very well because I don't worry about it too much. But the fact of the matter is that very easy to share your items of interest forward with a broader community of users and coworkers and colleagues. And this is also a very easy way to publish information as well. And I'm going to touch a little bit on an example here. I am a blogger. I do have a couple of different blogs that I maintain. And one of them is augustjackson.net. This is kind of my aggregation point of all of the information that I'm capturing or is related to me on the internet. So I'm in Word, and it's based on WordPress.com, and I'm in WordPress right now, and I'm in the page where I manage augustjackson.net. And WordPress has these wonderful widgets available. And you can see over here in the right-hand bar a couple of these different widgets that I've chosen to post on my blog. One of them you see is RSS, August's shared items from Google Reader. And you can see that I've pasted the URL for my Google Reader shared items in here. I've given it a title, and I've chosen some options. And I click Save. All of that was done before. You didn't miss me while I was doing that. I'm sorry if I didn't make that clear. But I've simply put the RSS feed and a couple of different options into that widget, and then what you see when you go to my blog are the latest and greatest items that I've been sharing via Google Reader when the blog loads. Here we go. So you can see I've actually got a couple of different widgets here. I've got my Twitter updates. Look, you can see I've posted this presentation to my blog already. And then you see the latest and greatest items from my Google Reader shared items are posted here as well. So that's a very easy way for me to publish this information automatically to a community of interested users. If I were maintaining, let's say, an enterprise news portal or an enterprise market research portal, this would be a very easy and inexpensive way for me to post news items of interest on that portal. Very easy, very straightforward, and very inexpensive. And granted, I'm just showing you the WordPress examples, but this is this is very easy to do in any number of platforms, and in fact, so many platforms that really there's no way I could walk you through it all and show them to you. But for the most part, it's a simple matter of copy and pasting the RSS feed URL and putting it in the appropriate widget or place in the HTML code to publish the information in the format that you want to see it in. And so on my blog, you have my shared items from Google Reader. I've also posted my delicious bookmarks, and I've also incorporated the RSS feed from another project that I work on, and that's the Competitive Intelligence Podcast. So anytime something new is posted to the Competitive Intelligence Podcast via RSS, that content is automatically updated on my blog as well. It's really that simple. It's very straightforward, and it's a great way to get a lot of mileage from the ongoing knowledge maintenance work that you're doing, and share that with a broader collaborative community.